Hear the Sasquatch howling in the night. Paranormal beings come out to play. Feel that chill upon your neck. But do not fear when the Rougarou barks, because we'll follow you into the dark. We'll follow you into the dark.
Into the Dark contains subject matter and language that may be unsuitable for younger listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Hello, greetings, and welcome to NWCS Into the Dark podcast. This is big episode number 48.
Wait, are you
49.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 48. It says right there.
I thought it was 49.
We stopped counting.
Somebody's not.
According to
Oh,
my-
wait. We're not supposed to number them anymore.
According to my notes, it's number 48.
That was 2 years ago when we decided.
Danny,
That's 2 years ago when he lost his notes.
I don't remember asking your opinion of that. It's episode number 48, which means we're 2 episodes away from Big 50, the Big 50.
The Big 50.
Yeah, what are we going to do for that one?
I think we're gonna. We talked about potentially doing another song, right? Wait.
Oh, we've already done it.
You
You've
have,
been
yeah.
you've been gone for a while.
Oh,
we have
okay, well.
17 songs since you've been gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wrote them, composed them in about 3 minutes.
Yep.
Was it another poem type song?
Oh, I've got a campfire story tonight, a good one. In the studio tonight, we have myself. We've got Rob with 11 and a half Bs. All the way from sunny California, Danny.
Yo.
Where out in California?
Sunny California.
No, but where?
San
A town in
Clemente.
Calefornia.
I know, but what town?
San Clemente.
A sunny town in
He
California.
doesn't even know. He
I know.
Skidoo.
I know. It's a sunny town in California.
One of those. Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that. We've got Tab.
Hey.
And we have 2 very special guests in the studio tonight. Danny's mom
Hello.
and Trisha. All right, so it's been 1.5 years
Where's Jesse?
since we've been in the studio. Jesse is not here. We're waiting to get him. Neither is Petey.
Should we say let's
Or
say who's
Joe.
not in the
Oh,
studio?
let's go over
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Let's go over that.
David.
Joey is not here.
Let's see. Joey.
Right.
No.
No,
No,
Joey.
he's not here.
He said he was going to be here.
He did. He did.
He put forth good faith effort to say I'm going to be here.
What was the reason this time?
He's helping his
Stepson?
stepson move,
Oh, okay.
which is kind of a lame excuse. And then there's Petey,
Petey?
who also said he was going to be here.
He's all in.
Yeah, he's all
No
in.
guns, Pete.
Yeah,
know,
I'm all.
I have a
in.
video clip of him saying he's going to commit. I was
Yeah.
supposed to send to you guys. I
You
haven't
were
sent it yet.
supposed to.
Yeah.
I have no, I'm not going to get in the soundboard. But so yeah, Petey's not here.
Petey's not here.
Joey's not here.
Dave?
Dave.
Dave,
He's
Dave.
Dave's
Alive?
not here, man.
He may be, that last trip to Nevada. We probably shouldn't.
After the shark attack?
Yeah, let's not talk about Dave.
Okay.
Dave's buried deep somewhere in the Nevada. So it's been 1.5 years since
Wow.
our last podcast. 1.5 years. What have you been doing,
How
Danny?
are we doing in the ratings?
I haven't checked lately. I have to check.
Yeah.
Probably
not
not
too good.
well. Probably not well,
not too
Danny,
good.
because we haven't podcasted in 1.5 years.
That's a thing. That's a
Yeah.
thing.
That happens.
And we're missing like half our episodes.
I know.
I noticed that in the Google Drive, they're gone, but then also on the streaming services.
Since we're talking about Danny, can we talk about the title of this podcast?
We're talking to Danny. I didn't
Right.
know what we were talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm always talking about Danny.
What is the title of this episode?
This is Easter. So can I pick a bone,
This
Danny?
is our Easter special.
Yeah, can I
Wait.
pick a quick bone, Danny?
I feel like there's always a bone.
Danny,
Let's
can
go
I-
ahead. Pick
can
it
I-
away.
Okay, I'm gonna pick a quick bone. So, Danny,
Yes.
buddy,
Scott.
when you come up with podcast episodes every once in a while,
Yeah, yeah.
once in a blue moon,
Uh-huh.
you always pick something that ordinarily would be whimsical,
Yeah, yeah.
like
yeah.
Christmas,
Right.
or some Disneyland or something fun and whimsical,
I
and
feel
then you turn it into this dark,
a
creepy
plot twist coming.
Easter. Like seriously, Easter. We're Northwest Curiosity Society, and you
Yeah.
chose Easter.
We're curious about Easter.
I know, but then what movie did you ask us to watch?
Yeah, that's what this whole conversation
So
is,
Easter, what-
is
what-
steering
I
towards
want
the
you
movie.
To, I want
What-
you to know, I picked that movie for a very specific reason.
I hope you have a reason. I hope it's a good reason.
What is the main creature in that movie?
It is
A jackalope.
Oh.
Yeah, and yeah.
Tab wouldn't know because he didn't watch it, but no.
I watched
Time out. He watched it. It was just a different version.
Oh, yeah.
Rob was the one that fell asleep.
And
Right,
in French. It was in French, too, this time. Was that it, Tap?
so can we get back to the bone picking?
Yeah, let's
Yes.
do it.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So Danny,
Yes.
Easter, right?
Easter.
What is the true meaning of Easter?
You want me to get into
Just not the pagan stuff.
Okay.
What is the true meaning of Easter?
getting eggs? I don't know.
No,
No. I bet Danny's mom. Let me go to Danny's mom. Danny's mom looks like she can tell us the true meaning of Easter. Ma'am.
Easter is where we celebrate the rising of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
That's
Amen.
what I said.
Danny.
That's exactly what I said.
So
Not quite.
anyway, we'll see how your mom feels at the end of this episode because I think it's going to get dark.
It might be.
And I'm not. So I'm just throwing this disclaimer that I am not. I don't approve of this episode. Much like I didn't approve of Krampus.
Angels and demons?
I did not. Angels and Demons. I did not. See, everything you've picked has been take something good and make it scary.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
And we'll talk about your movie pick a little bit later.
You enjoyed, though, Grimm's Fairy Tales. I feel like your story was very energetic. That
That was
shared.
okay, but it wasn't taking something,
Yeah?
good and positive. I mean, Grimm's Fairy Tales was creepy to begin with. It was just
Well, yeah,
disturbing.
but not the
that was
new
that was a
Disney
disturbing
version.
topic. So I knew what I was getting into in regards to that disturbing topic.
Yeah.
But Easter, like
Easter.
threw me. It's like throwing a curveball at me
Maybe there's a curveball to be
because I
thrown.
want to talk about the baby Jesus, and we're talking about like jackalopes that rip people's heads off.
Well, here's the convenient thing. We all did our own research, right?
Sure. Yeah, we did Tab.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that
I'm sorry.
movie.
But you researched Easter, though, right?
Right.
I didn't watch
Tab.
that either.
But research. You did your research, right, for the episode?
Sure.
Why don't we check in? Tab,
Rob?
what do you think about Easter?
It's
Okay, so I'm done with the bone picking. I'm throwing it out there that I do not agree with this episode.
Yeah. We haven't even talked about it yet.
At scaring children at Christmas time, it's got to end, Danny. It's got to stop.
Do you have your Krampus stick here still?
I do
The birchwood?
somewhere. I'm gonna beat you with it.
Okay. That wasn't in the script.
So anything new with the group? It's been a year and a half. We've been to New Orleans like 5 times
you have.
since our last
No, you have.
trips. Anything? Anyone got anything new to say?
I took a trip out here on Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, it is quite a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
We're not.
I have to
we're-
pack a lunch when I
we're
come
not
here
going to
now.
name the town, but it's a ways.
Skidoo.
Yeah, it's a ways from Portland.
It's
SC10.
yeah.
Yeah. Anybody?
I don't really have any.
It's been a year and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, I got something new.
Okay.
We're in a new studio.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah, there
that's
we
the
go.
whole
Yes,
point I
look
was
at that.
talking about.
Okay.
Like
So
it's
first episode number 48 in the new studio.
4-8 in the new studio.
Yeah.
It's
And
it's
we're gonna have to
lovely.
soundproof this.
It's
space.
larger. It's not cold, and I don't think it's haunted like the last one.
We can turn on the spirit box.
It doesn't have
No, we
strange.
don't
we
Let's
don't have to
find out.
worry about the floor
doesn't-
caving in.
Yeah,
Is it-
strange smells.
Where's the spirit box?
No. your mom said, "Hell no, hell no."
With that face, she did.
Yeah.
I think we can
Okay.
turn it on.
So nothing new with the group. This is going to be a really short episode.
I mean, I feel like they're.
Rob got a new motorcycle.
Oh, well, yeah. I got rear-ended in 2022.
Yeah.
And
Oh, here
Did they ever catch that
no,
driver?
no, it just didn't ride the same, and this one's much better.
Thank you for keeping that
Did they ever catch the driver?
nutshell version.
No, I only got partial plate and like
yeah.
a Jeep or something.
That sucks.
That's it. Yeah,
Darn it.
Nothing new.
but I do have cameras on my bike. Now.
Yeah. Nothing.
Danny's mom.
Nothing new.
Anything
Yeah.
new?
Anything new?
You got a surgery going well. Good.
Yes.
Good. Good. Trisha.
Nothing new.
Horses.
This is new for me, listening
Yeah.
to you guys face
Yeah.
to face.
Being here in
This
the
is very entertaining.
being in the studio.
not-
I have never listened to a single one of
You're
your
not
podcasts.
subscribed. You're not our number one
no.
subscriber.
You
I
said
thought
you said that out loud.
Well, time.
Ow.
I thought
We've got a
this.
farm here. I gotta run.
We have 6 fans. I figured
know, I
I
thought
figured
she
she'd
was-
be one of them.
Yeah.
Well, all
No,
of
no,
us
my
count.
My mom.
Oh, her mom was one. That's
All
good.
of us count.
So that's 6. We're good. We got okay.
That's okay. I don't think.
Ow, my pride.
Julie hasn't listened to any either. I don't.
Who was logging in as the
I
international
started it
listeners?
once,
That
but
was me.
You?
here
Yeah.
can
Just
alter
change your
it.
VPN.
I just changed countries. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Australia, Canada.
Just to
no,
see what
time-
we sounded like in
Yeah,
Australia.
exactly.
Time out. Time out. The girls don't know. We have an international following.
We do.
We do.
We do. Where was it?
We're
at?
pretty big in Greenland.
No. Where was it at? Really?
Yeah.
I would have to
I
look
thought
it
it was
up.
Japan. Oh wait, that's the other side.
No, we had a couple.
I feel like it
we
was
had a couple in
Germany, wasn't
Germany, and we had some in
Definitely
the UK.
Canada. Does
Yeah.
Canada count as international?
I think those were probably mistake clicks.
Yeah. Whoops.
They were trying to
Whoops.
click on another podcast. It's like,
North
Yeah.
Yeah.
something.
rated. So Danny,
Southwest Curiosity Society.
yeah, our competition, yeah,
And they have 12 listeners.
those darn Irish guys.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, Danny,
Yeah.
what do you got? Easter.
What do I got? I got a script here. I'm
okay.
going to read for you guys. So
That's good. I've got a campfire story for a little bit later.
I got to turn this way a little
His
bit.
mom is ominously looking
Yeah.
over him.
I would have a hard time with
I may
that.
not speak English longer.
Let me tell you, Danny's mom. I could not podcast with my mom in the studio. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, Danny, that's pretty
He may
brave.
not make it himself.
It's
Yeah.
a little awkward, yeah. She's my ride back, so.
Yeah. So watch the F bombs, Danny.
Yeah, you know me.
That mouth.
Okay, well, as we've kind of intimated or maybe overtly said, when most of us think about Easter, we think about what? Pastel colors, chocolate bunnies.
Yeah, hiding eggs, the baby Jesus.
Yeah, all of those things. But underneath that, there's a far older and much stranger story.
Stranger story.
Did you know that? We might need some ominous
I
music
didn't
playing
know
in the
that because
background,
I go to church, and I didn't. We were
Wait-
never.
wait a
we were
minute.
never told
Time
that. We were
out.
never told that other side of the story.
time
But
out.
Conveniently, you
I
said
would.
that. Let me give you a little bit
But
more.
I would venture to say that you're
Yeah.
going to tell us what the darker side.
When was the last time you went to church, Scott?
We went to church here
When?
at the blank Baptist.
The
Church.
blank.
Here-
The-
I don't want to
Here's
say
not
the
a
name of the
time.
town, but she went with
Skidoo.
me.
Just say
Chrissy went with
skidoo.
me.
We went like a year ago.
Since we
Oh, a year ago. Okay, well, that's
Beats
like
me.
15 years
Anyway,
sooner
see,
than
this
I
is what,
thought.
again, we're getting off track. This is what happens. Our one fan, our only fan, says,
Hey,
hey,
we did get
who
that
has
feedback.
OnlyFans?
keep to the topic.
Our singular fan.
Keep
So
to the- so listen, I'm going to do something here real quick before
Break
we
it
get
down
too
for
deep
me.
into the podcast.
yeah.
So our 2 guests. Anytime that we get off track, could you just raise your hand?
we're
Yeah.
always.
And then
They're up right now. They're up right now.
both here. Well, here's a pen.
Just
so you
keep 'em
guys,
up.
if you guys could just keep track.
Yeah, who
so
gets
that
off
way
track?
at
We
the
just
end,
write off track again.
yeah, just
and
like
then-
put a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4,
Five,
and then put your
25.
hands up. And then this way, see, we have guests here who will be able to tell us at the end of the podcast how off track we actually got.
Wait,
Yeah,
before
yeah.
we do
Please
that,
note the time.
where's
too,
our
so I-
we're off track.
where's the trophy?
It's right here.
Right here.
Right there. It's
Ah,
right in the middle of the
okay.
table.
So
Donkeys.
So yeah, that's the other thing. So you guys are going to have a huge task. Danny's mom, Trisha, you guys are going to have a huge task because
did you read it?
not
Donkey's ass.
not only do you guys have to count track of how many times we get off track, but who gets us off track the most.
Yeah.
Oh, so
And then
it's gonna be a
whoever,
tally.
Okay,
whoever
so
gets
we're
us
at
off
5.
track the most gets that trophy at the end of the show.
What trophy is it, Scott?
It's the horse's ass participation trophy. That was a gift from Dan Bird. Your son sent us that, Danny's mom. just so you know.
The expression. Oh,
Her expressions are awesome.
I made an
think-
observation.
I think by the end of this podcast, your mom's gonna have a whole new image of you.
yeah, I think he's going to get
Okay, I'm sorry. So we got off track.
so that's
Danny,
1 for Scott.
Danny, go
That's
ahead.
5.
Yeah, that's one.
Well, sometimes when I say hold up, and I try to keep it on track, but then it gets off track. But that's not always me that
Okay,
gets
and
it off
Mrs.
track. Okay.
Castleman?
We'll
Right,
let
they're,
them.
They're
we'll let
raising the
them-
hands.
We'll let them figure it out.
Yeah, they're raising the hands. Okay.
All right.
Back to Danny.
So long before this was a Christian holiday celebrating the resurrection of Christ, it may have been tied to an ancient pagan festival, allegedly. You see, celebrations of rebirth, fertility, and the return of the afterlife or the harsh winters, right? Coming out of the harsh winters was a time of growth and thriving, allegedly. The earliest clue comes from an 8th century English monk named Venerable Bede, apparently.
Bless you.
and he wrote in the Anglo-Saxons once dedicated the month of April to the goddess Easterore.
I have a question.
Hang on, let me try it again. Eastore.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Easter egg?
What is an Anglo-Saxon?
An Anglo-Saxon is a person
Oh,
that is from Anglo-Saxons.
okay. Awesome. So technically, are we getting off track if I ask a question?
Yes,
yeah,
you are.
absolutely.
A clarifying
It's
question?
also
Go
an
ahead, though.
interruption.
Go ahead.
No.
Oh, wait. Again.
We need an interruption.
Was that wasn't
Four
for me.
hands up.
Okay.
So far on the sheet, I only see your name, Scott.
I'm turning my mic off.
Please.
Danny, go ahead.
All right, go ahead. According to Bede, people held festivals in her honor, celebrating new life and renewal. But here's where it gets weird. If it wasn't weird already, here's where it gets weird. Bede is the only historical figure to have mentioned her. Only person to have mentioned her. No other ancient text comes or confirms her existence. So was Eastore real? Was she a real goddess lost to history? Or did Bede invent her in a way to explain old traditions? Regardless, the symbols we associate with Easter today, like Easter eggs, rabbits,
Baby Jesus.
make a lot more sense in a pagan context. Eggs have symbolized life and creation across cultures for thousands of years. And rabbits, they've been fertility symbols since ancient times, known for their, rapid ability to
Procreate.
reproduce. Over time, Christianity spread across Europe. Early church leaders often absorbed local pagan traditions into Christian holidays. It made converting people easier. Instead of banning spring festivals, they rebranded them. And so this is a big marketing scheme is what we're saying. Do you think Brax had anything to do with it? Oh, sorry. That's not. Okay.
No.
Oh, no. Danny's name is on the list now.
Wait. Scott's raising his hand again.
Scott, go ahead.
No, I'm foul.
Oh, sorry.
I thought you
Okay,
were
back on track.
interrupting.
And so what may have once been a wild, earthy celebration of a forgotten goddess became Easter as we know it today. So next time you see chocolate bunnies dye an egg, just remember you might be participating in a ritual older and far stranger and far more mysterious than you realized. But let me give you a little bit more flavor to that.
Okay. Put a little stank on it.
You see, because of course not everyone agrees with this version of history. So some scholars argue that the connection between
You don't have to be a
Easter-
scholar to disagree with that. I disagree.
Well, scholars are. Does that count?
How long had the pagans been around before the baby Jesus? I don't
know.
buy it.
I don't know.
I don't buy it.
I'm just letting you know. Some scholars argue that the connection between Easter and pagan traditions might be overstated or even a little bit romanticized over time. The biggest challenge to the Eastore theory that Bede, our source of her existence, the only source of her existence, lived over 700 years after the alleged celebration of the pagans. There you go, Scott.
Keyword. Alleged.
Alleged.
Right.
Would have happened. So there's no archaeological evidence, no surviving myths, no temples, nothing but a single mention in his writing. Others suggest that the word Easter might not come from the goddess at all, but from old Germanic words related to the dawn or east, symbolizing new light and new beginnings. So what do you guys think? Is Easter a pagan tradition
No.
reverted?
I think it's
to-
blasphemy.
Amen.
Blasphemy.
Or, well, give me some background on this. Why are you thinking what you think?
What about the consumer side of things?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it was
Yeah.
a marketing scheme by
Totally.
Rock's Candy or something.
Hallmark.
The whole idea of Santa Claus and the way
Yeah.
he looks is because of Coca-Cola.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all marketing.
So I'm going to decline to participate in this segment.
Are you declining because
This,
you didn't
this
do
is
research?
where you can actually
No, I
talk.
I did research.
Okay.
I did.
He's
research.
protesting.
All right.
So I'm not going to be able to.
I'm curious.
I'm not going to be
know.
able to, put forth my research that I did because I'm protesting. Because
Okay.
I did research.
Who streets?
How organ of you. Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't want to take Easter and make it creepy. So
I'm not making it creepy. I'm just stating a position and asking for input.
Yeah.
Rob?
No, I agree that it's commercialized
Yeah?
for sure.
Yeah?
Just like any other holiday.
But how did it start?
I don't know if it was some
Peeps.
peeps started it.
That's where it all started.
Where did they fit in?
Do you love Peeps? Who doesn't love
No,
Peeps?
No.
if you eat a
I do
peeps,
not.
Gross.
Do you know they have a Dr. Pepper flavored Peep?
I can only
Ooh.
tolerate like
Ooh.
one or two peeps. That's
Oh,
yeah.
I'm like, when I'm into Peeps, I'm all in.
Yeah. Are
Like,
you
it,
in?
like yeah, it comes
Pete?
it comes in a package of
I'm
6.
all in.
I'm like, hey,
puts all of them in.
No.
what?
You roast them on the campfire too.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
they're not very good roasted on the campfire.
That's interesting.
Speaking of campfire, I have a campfire story later.
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't wait. I want to hear your positions on Easter, though. Was it a pagan holiday? I think we interrupted you, Rob.
I don't think it was a pagan
Yeah?
holiday.
No?
I think it was. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the history books, but Google
Maybe
says
you
it.
should have done
I
the
mean,
research.
What did Google say?
Yeah, what did Google?
See what
I focused on my
Yeah.
tasks at hand.
I went to the library
This is.
and
Not a
read
library.
books.
I'm going to pull a Scott. It says group discussion.
Yes, when we're talking about it, I
To
keep
to
on getting
include Scott.
interrupted. How many does Scott have?
all
When
but
did,
one.
when did I interrupt you?
Out of the
Every single time.
I didn't interrupt you.
You have all but one. Anyway,
Back on track, Rob.
but
Focus.
I do
now
not
Rob
believe
got
it was
one.
from some pagan mumbo jumbo. I believe
Yeah.
it was from Christ
Yeah.
rising.
I think you should
After
ask your
3
mom.
days.
I think you should ask your mom, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3
you do-
days. I just want to say it's Palm Sunday too, by the way. Everybody.
Today is?
Yes.
Oh.
Amen to the baby Jesus.
Next Friday is Good Friday.
Yes.
It'll be a
See, I know
good
something. Mother, what say you? Where did Easter come from? No pressure.
I'll read this.
Okay.
All right.
Easter's origins are a blend of Christian commemorative and pre-Christian pagan traditions. Christians celebrate Easter as the resurrection of Jesus Christ,
Amen.
a pivotal event in their faith. The name Easter itself may have roots in, as Danny stated, the Anglo-Saxon goddess Esther,
Whoa.
Mayhap.
a deity associated with spring and fertility, whose festival coincided with the spring equinox. Over time, some pagan customs associated with Estra's festival, like egg decorating, became incorporated into the Christian Easter celebrations.
I wonder what year that
Wow.
was.
Yeah. How about that?
Hogwash.
How about that?
Hogwash.
What's your? You you can't just say hogwash.
Yeah, you
have
can't
to
just say hogwash and not participate.
Yes, let's get some input here. We want to hear some input from
The
you.
sky is
Mr.
blue. I don't believe it.
Yep.
It's not real.
Then he gets a
Hogwash. Hogwash.
I call bullshit.
Was that the recording, or did you just make a new one?
No, I tried to find the recording, but I had to try to make it sound like the recording. I call bullshit.
We have a bunch of recordings from past episodes, and we have
What the what? What the what?
Quite a few funny ones. Tractor beam.
Tractor beam.
That one goes way
Yeah,
back.
if you say tractor beam one more time during this podcast,
The whole
then-
group's getting a mark. All.
I have to go first.
Yeah, I have to go first.
That was one of the recordings.
All right. Anybody else have anything on Easter?
Wait, we didn't get tabs in.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Anyone else?
I did. I
You know,
put in my consumer.
Okay.
Oh, what was as far as your
little
research
tidbit.
is
What
concerned?
about your research,
Right.
Scott? Really, let's get to the brass tacks here.
No,
I honestly
you're deflecting.
didn't do
you're
research.
You're deflecting.
So
You're deflecting. You said
No,
you did.
you are
s-
deflecting.
No,
I call it hogwash.
you said you did research. I could play
Yeah.
it back.
Okay.
I did.
Moving on.
No, wait. I have yet to hear
yeah. What about Rob?
a counterpoint. I heard Rob,
Tab, what do you say?
kinda.
Oh boy.
All right.
So I guess we'll just leave it at that. Then it's a pagan holiday. So.
Yeah, it's just like Disneyland. Like I don't want to talk about the creepy side of Disneyland. Let's
Yeah.
just leave it as the happiest.
We did a whole
We had a whole episode on
I
it.
know. And
In fact, we recorded it twice.
why couldn't we have just left it the happiest place on earth?
Because someone got decapitated.
It had to turn into some twisted, creepy. You know how many people died at Disneyland? They like your hands came up.
Someone got decapitated there. Why would you not talk
I
about
thought
Why, but why would you? It's the happiest place on earth.
Scott.
Not really.
Scott.
Man.
Wasn't
That's because everybody's stoned.
Disneyland your idea?
It was.
No.
I could have
Haunted
sworn it
Disney.
was
Absolutely not.
Haunted Disney.
Absolutely not. Why would
Absolutely.
I have come up with haunted Disney?
Because you did.
Because you go there
Yeah.
all the time.
That was clearly
You go there
Danny.
like twice
Danny,
a year.
Danny takes everything whimsical and makes it scary. I vote it was Danny. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I don't want that horse's ass trophy.
You're working on it.
It's yours, buddy.
It's all right.
It's
You've
almost-
locked
Oh,
in.
yeah. So it's my girlfriend that's taking count. That's really fair. Really fair. I trust Danny's mom more than I trust Trisha.
Whoa,
And
well,
here
you
we
just
go
got
again.
another one.
Yeah.
You just
Wow.
got another one.
I think
You
that
got
one
down,
was
gets
marked
two.
down
Yeah.
5 times there for that.
that one was weighted a little bit more, maybe like a 2 for 5 or something.
Oh, wow.
Wait, the deal was you guys were supposed to raise your hand. You can't just secretly mark. Look,
Oh,
she's
sorry.
still marking. Bink,
It's
bink,
hard to raise
bink.
your hand when you got to use it to write
know,
all the
I'm
check
like
marks.
writing.
She's having to switch hands because the other's getting tired.
It's hard to use your hand when you what, Danny?
Check marks.
Oh,
Making
okay.
check marks.
All right.
Now I'm trying to count. Shh. Be quiet.
All right.
So anyway,
Now
Okay,
what's next?
You guys ready to move on?
I
Sure.
suppose.
Northwest Curiosity Society brings you
What the was that?
one more time. One more time.
I got it. I know what it is.
Okay, you got to guess what that is.
I'm going to say it's some sort of a loon.
No.
Don't say no. You don't know.
You said no.
You weren't the one that had the sound.
Yeah, Tab.
I didn't say that.
Who said no? Who said no?
It was Tab.
It was Danny. Who said no?
Technically, you said no to my pagan tradition as well.
My
so
head was turned. I want to know who said no.
I'm
All
refusing to
another one for
participate.
Scott.
I say it's a dolphin.
Ooh.
No,
It's a killer whale.
it's not a dolphin.
I'm going to go killer whale. It's a dolphin whale. Killer whale.
It's a marine.
It's a loon
I was going to
whale.
say
Mammal.
You know the balloons, the like,
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
but
I think it's a loon whale.
I think it's a killer whale. Final answer.
I think it's Killer Bunny.
Okay, so I will say it's not a manufactured sound. It is an animal
It's organic.
that does not.
Is it the jackalope? The elusive jackalope?
No,
Does it live in the sea?
no,
Does
Does
it?
it live in a
it does not live in the sea.
What
gas station
continent?
restroom?
Do you remember that gas station restroom in Reno?
Yeah.
I'll play it again.
Danny,
Oh, sorry.
I'm call foul.
It's clearly a mammal. Is
The
it a
more,
mammal?
the more I hear it, it definitely sounds like an underwater.
Yeah, but he said it doesn't
just
live in
said
the
it-
sea.
No,
Yeah.
not above water.
Oh.
Above, like on the water?
Oh, is it a
No,
loon?
not,
Is it a loon?
not on land.
Is it a loon?
No,
Is it a bird?
What continent?
no. It's from Madagascar.
Oh.
Do they have a character of it in Sesame Street?
No, no.
Madagascar.
Those rat things.
Steel?
Uh,
Okay, you guys give up?
Mark,
Meerkat.
meerkat.
No, I think it is.
You think it is?
No. The
I know. You played the frickin'
the
sound.
animal has black and white coat and maintains an upright
Penguin?
posture when climbing or clinging.
Penguin?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the
sloth?
name of them. No, they're like monkeys.
You don't have the name of it, Rob?
No, I do.
They're like a monkey.
Oh, is that a hint?
And they
Yeah, that was a hint. That's what I was.
They're in the movie, man.
Glider squirrel? Glider?
No, they're big. They're pretty
They-
good size.
They're active during the day and feed on a variety of leaves, fruit, flowers, and other vegetation.
Anteaters.
No, they're a monkey. Kind of.
Mark cat?
What are they called? I can't remember.
Onomatopoeia.
What is it?
I don't know.
Rob?
Yeah, I'm ready to give up.
It's an indri. It's a
Oh, I-
species of a lemur.
Lemur. That's what I was thinking of. Lemur.
Lemur.
Okay, Tab's got a
I'd
sound.
rather play Name That Smell.
Tab's got a.
Oh my God, we did that.
That's next. That's next.
that was.
All right, I have one.
Here we go, Danny.
You'll probably get this one.
Danny, zip your pie hole.
It's a drone?
How long does it go?
Is it organic?
Is it feedback?
It's like it's an animal.
Dying.
Is it a cicada?
Cicada.
You got it.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
In distress.
Oh, I should have
distress.
said in distress.
Well, duh. Who didn't know that?
I have a bonus.
I guess
one
you have
if
to be from the
want.
south to.
I'm surprised Rob didn't get that.
Oh my God, I'm haunted. I lived in the South for a couple years, and I hated those. Hated them.
You
Yeah,
were
the guy was holding its wings, so it was freaking out.
Oh,
you were below the gnat line.
my neighbor. I asked him, "What the heck is that sound?" And I took him outside. I was, "What is that sound?" He's like, "What sound?" He's looking around. I was like, "That sound. It's coming from the trees." He's like, "I don't know what you're
Is
talking
this going
about."
to take very long?
Yeah. No, it's not taking long.
They got pills.
How
for that.
rude
Did you just make a mark?
for me
No.
and you. Well,
Check mark.
I was making a point on that sound.
But you interrupted me.
I did not.
He interrupted your
We were talking about the
interruption.
ding thing.
It reminds me of a joke.
You know what?
A joke.
I just need to be quiet because
Let's hear a
I
joke.
can see how many
ready
freaking
for
check
this?
marks I
That
have.
wins.
I want to hear a joke.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow who?
Moo! Oh, sorry.
Wow.
So
You notice we
Yeah,
didn't
get
fall
the
for it. Scott and I both just stopped.
you guys
Wait.
ready to move on?
Yeah.
I have a bonus.
In a quiet town. In a small studio. It's Northwest Curiosity Society's movie review.
Genie! 5, 6, 7, 8. Better run, you're gonna hop, hop, hop. 'Cause at Easter time, the fun don't stop. So grab
Who
your
wants to meet the Easter Bunny? Mrs. Cooper, this your husband's car?
Where's Lance? Is he okay?
Was hoping you could tell me. This here is supernatural.
the great horned rabbit. Them jackalopes is a shapeshifter, like a werewolf. Human one moment,
Bunny deer the next?
bingo, gringo. Every rabbit within 20 miles gonna be at his beck and call.
A bunny army?
Save yourself!
So hop to the
I
left.
think it's gonna be the best Easter yet. But let's have some fun, shall we?
Everybody shake your little cottontails on the floor tonight.
Let's do this.
Oh, that's how we do the bunny hop. Do the bunny hop. Before we take it from the top. You got dark jackalope. Do the bunny hop. What happened? Talk to me.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Bunny from hell.
I think you got some splaining to do.
Some splaining to do.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should let Danny go last. Like he does really good movie reviews.
Yeah, I don't have much to say.
You don't have much to say this episode at all.
I'm trying to
we
keep
can't
my
even,
points
We
down.
can't even talk normally.
It's on topic though. You can talk
Okay.
about the movie. It's on topic.
Yeah. it's
I'm
on
trying to be not Mr. Interruptus, so I get that.
I will say that I'll go first then. So I will say I got distracted quite a bit through this movie because it is a, I don't know, C, D movie. Not even a B. Not even a B movie.
It's called campy. You say campy when it's this
okay.
type of movie. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Campy.
Campy?
Yes.
Campy.
It's
Does that
like-
mean? Does
it's
that
like-
mean cheap in the movie industry?
It's like, think of the cheesiest movie you ever seen, and it's got a following behind it, right?
Okay.
Rocky Horror
Right.
Picture Show.
Right.
It's campy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
campy.
very, very, very campy.
Now,
It wasn't your jam.
Full confession, I didn't watch it until last night when all three of us watched it together.
Yeah.
And even Trisha was
Trisha,
so
yeah.
intrigued by it. She came
Yeah.
and joined us. I wouldn't have chosen to watch this on my own.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
It was on topic of today's episode.
I think it's about
would
the
say.
only movie that's
And,
supposedly scary.
I will give you extra points for including a jackalope.
yes. Thank you. I figured you guys would appreciate that.
I did like that portion of it. But yeah, the acting at the beginning of the movie, everybody had this hard, fake redneck Texas accent, but by the end of the movie, it wasn't very.
It lightened up a bit.
Yeah,
Did,
it wasn't
quite a
very-
bit.
They moved further north.
Yeah,
Like California.
yeah. But there was a middle, there was a beginning, a middle, and an end. So there was that.
Yeah.
But
Good talk.
Yeah, that's it
Well, and you guys know, of course, it was a low budget film, right?
for sure.
And I want you to know, by the way, there are there are multiple Easter horror movies to choose from out there.
Are there really?
There are more than you would have think.
And that was
thought,
the
I would
best of
say.
the bunch, do you think?
Well, I chose that for a specific reason.
The jackalope.
Oh, the jackalope.
Yeah, I like the jackalope.
They replaced the rabbit with the jackalope in this movie.
Okay.
A little bit
That
of
makes
creative
sense.
license, but
I know how to attract
Thought
a
it'd be-
jackalope now is whiskey.
that's the way to do it. That's the
Yeah.
way to do
I
it.
need an adult.
I need an adult.
But yeah, low budget film. It's kind of campy. So here's the thing. I like some of those horror movies, like I mentioned, Toxic Crusader. You ever seen any of those?
No.
Cheesy movies.
No.
Critters. You ever
No.
see Critters?
I've heard of it.
I've heard of Critters.
Puppet Master.
No.
Heard of it.
Hellraiser.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heard of it.
Yeah. Hellraiser was a good
Hellraiser.
one.
Now that's the one with the porcupine faces, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
I
yeah,
wouldn't
it's got
say
like the
I
three
wouldn't say
blades.
that's a low budget movie.
Yeah.
They evolved from where it was originally, the 80s, first versions, but then there's like 17
I don't know.
more,
I think comparing this to the Hellraiser.
That's fair.
I don't think so. I don't think
this
so.
was on par with
In fact,
the Clown
Danny,
Motel.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Absolutely.
I think the Clown Motel was an Academy Award-winning movie. Aside from this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you watch a movie that's
deep.
B-rated and you're using your teen eyes, and you go back with your adult eyes, you're like, is this the same movie I watched as a teenager?
Right?
No way would I ever watch that.
Just like Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah. Well, sure.
Well, the Dukes of Hazzard was the best show ever.
Yeah.
And then you watch it as an adult, and you're like, wow.
Until Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it's a low budget film.
So what you're saying, Tab, is that you can look and see how things were really dumb looking through different eyes, but you look at this right away and see how dumb it is?
Right, but how would I have viewed this movie as a teenager? Would I have thought it as
thought it was great? Probably not.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. It's hard to go back.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, though, that I'm pretty sure this movie came out in like 2018. It's not an old movie.
It seemed like a very old movie.
But it had that feel of kind of that, nostalgic, kind of campy, cheesy.
Was there any? Did it win any awards or anything?
No. It got 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, though.
I don't know what
Really?
That's
75?
pretty good.
That is really good, actually.
Cult classic, maybe. Maybe.
So is it under a category then? I mean, as far as their grading,
It's like, oh, well,
is
Really down,
it for campy films? It got to, you know what I mean?
I think they classified it as like a horror comedy film with a lot of gore. But I agree, the acting was a little cheesy. But again, it was a low budget. Oh, wow. So this movie's not even a year. It's just over a year old, by the way. Came out May 26th of 2024.
Wow.
So there you go. It's about a $500 budget.
I didn't really understand why they felt compelled to have it in Texas when clearly it wasn't. Clearly it was California.
Yeah, it would have been fine if it was in California.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be a Southern thing.
And then they wouldn't have to try so hard with those fake Southern accents. And
Yeah.
Takes away from the mystique, though. And how many if you think jackalope, would you think California or Texas?
Oregon.
Oregon, definitely Oregon.
Yeah.
I think Texas.
I'm
probably
staring
first.
at one right now.
Yeah, there's
There's one on our wall.
that was a hell of a catch.
Yeah.
I've got a campfire story about that. You're just coming up here in just a little bit. Yeah.
Well,
My big goofy headphones
Yeah.
keep hitting my microphone. I need to find it. See, there's a sweet spot here.
the microphone keeps moving. I see
I
it.
can't seem to find
Yeah.
the sweet spot without hitting my head on the headphone.
It's okay. We'll edit it out.
That technically wasn't an interruption. It was an observation.
So, what do you guys think? Are you recommending this movie?
I recommend you don't watch it.
Yeah.
Don't watch it. Why not?
Life is short.
Take that, you dirty bastard! Like, it was so stupid, just so cheesy.
If you want to get into the Easter spirit, what better way to do it than with a nice watch of Easter Bloody Easter on Tubi?
I just don't recommend it.
I can't recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can save the listeners a lot of heartache. Just say.
I
Maybe
think
we should
thumbs
just change
down.
the
Trish, what'd you
segment to
What'd you think, Trish?
what movies not to
Thumbs
watch.
down, no.
Thumbs
We have better things to do with our time.
But now you can say you've seen it, and you can be like, you know what? I got a movie for you.
I will never admit that outside of this.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna ask you, hey, I got a movie for you, Bob. Easter,
You
bloody
can suggest it to your enemies.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe it's better than
Maybe next time, Dan.
Annabelle. I guess what we watched. What did we watch? Annabelle, or was it
Clown Motel.
Yeah, there wasn't a pig man in this one.
Ham Man.
All right, you guys ready to move on?
I guess so.
God, this is gonna be an editing fucking nightmare. You guys ready to move on?
I beeped that out.
You guys ready for a campfire story?
I love how you did that too. Totally missed the word.
Yeah. Good job.
You guys ready for a campfire story?
Let's do it.
Oh,
I can almost guarantee that the storyline of my campfire story is 10 times better than the movie we watched last night.
Okay.
Just so when I'm reading this, just picture this as a movie.
Okay.
And you're going to be like, that would have been so much better of a movie than the movie we
I'm
watched
going to
last
need
night.
you to do the voices, though, so I can get the full immersion.
Okay.
If there's
Hey, do
different
the
characters
do
involved.
the intro.
So if it's like Danny in the story, I got to talk like Danny.
Yeah. That'd be great.
And if it's Tab, I got to talk like Tab.
Yeah.
That's asking a lot.
And if it's Jesse, just drool a little bit.
Hey, Beavis.
I'm sitting in your chair, Jesse, by the way.
Hey. Oh wait, where's the
Too
intro?
loud.
Is this
Too loud.
is this the intro or
That's
just the
too loud.
background?
The background.
This is the
This
background.
is the campfire.
Don't we have a intro?
We don't have an intro for this.
Oh.
We're going to have to come up with one.
You
Okay.
hear the fire.
But I think that it's too loud. It needs to be brought down a little bit.
There you go.
I think you need to quit being so bossy.
Well, you don't want it interrupting you.
I know, but you're awfully bossy.
Okay, both of you.
All right.
We have one check mark for the campfire sound. Campfire sound, one check mark.
Once upon a time, not too long ago, a group of self-proclaimed adventurers who called themselves the Northwest Curiosity Society set out for a weekend camping trip to Mount Adams, deep in the Pacific Northwest. Their goal? Find the elusive jackalope, that mythical antlered rabbit whispered about in late-night taverns and truck-stop bathrooms. But they would end up finding something far, far worse. There were 8 of them, each unique in their own way. Jesse was a loudmouth bully, always shoving people around and thinking he was the tougher guy on the mountain. Tab was the hardcore skeptic. Jackalopes are just rabbits with birth defects. He scoffed.
He would say that.
Rob, a.k.a. Wreck-It Rob, broke everything he touched, even his jackalope call horn, which he snapped in half after only using one time. Scott jumped at shadows, even his own. Danny carried gumbo in his pocket and was always eating something. Once, even a pine cone.
Pine cone.
Whoops.
Joey, well, he just smiled because he never had any idea what the fuck was going on. No one was sure if he was happy or just permanently confused. Petey had the worst luck of anyone alive. Flat tires, lost guns, bee stings, and would always laugh nervously through it all. And then there was Dave. Poor Dave. He was a short, but that's not a crime, but the group treated him like a chew toy, tripping him, hiding his backpack, trading him for firewood, and once even accidentally burying him in the Nevada desert. That Friday night, they set up camp near the East Eddy Ranch, a place whispered about by UFO chasers, psychics, and that guy who swore his lawn gnome winked at him. "Let's go off trail," Jesse said, shoving Dave into a thorn bush for good luck. They hiked deep into the woods until the trail vanished behind them like it had never been there. That's when they spotted it, a small burlap sack hanging from a twisted tree branch, tied with a chicken foot and a ribbon made of hair. Danny opened it and pulled out a handful of glowing magical beans. "Ooh, jelly beans," he said, popping one into his mouth before everyone could tell him not to. His eyes widened. "I just saw the jackalope doing the Macarena, and I think he winked at me." Then the woods changed. The air grew heavy. The trees leaned inward. The wind
Psychedelics.
The wind stopped. Out of the woods, stepping through the mist, came something big, hairy, smelly, but it wasn't Bigfoot. It was the Rougarou, the Louisiana swamp monster. Its glowing red eyes fixed on them, teeth like knives, claws scraping bark from the trees. "That's not in the Pacific Northwest," Tab yelled. "It's geographically inconsistent." The Rougarou lunged with a feral snarl, grabbed Dave and tried to chomp off his arm, only to discover to his furry dismay that Dave's arm was metal, bionic even. It turned out that Dave's unfortunate shark bite incident prepared him for this encounter with the Rougarou. While he didn't say much during NWCS podcasts or show up at all, Dave was a secret listener, and from those episodes, he learned the most important survival tip. The only way to defeat a Rougarou is with show tunes, blasted at full volume. Luckily, Dave already had a show tunes app on his phone. No one knows why, and we didn't ask. Without hesitation, he hit play and came on Hello Dolly. And like a werewolf with an intense Broadway allergy, the Rougarou howled in horror and sprinted back into the woods, probably to rethink his life's choices. Just when the group thought the adventure was over, they pulled out some Rainier beer and began popping tops. Suddenly, out of the thick underbrush, hopping with an unnatural grace, came something enormous and wrong. Tab saw a blue beam shoot from the sky and freeze the running Rougarou in place. Whirr. A UFO hovered above them, and 3 gray aliens floated down in a beam of light. They looked like naked beings with eyes. Tab got our attention, pointed to the object, and said, "Oh boy." "We have chosen you for abduction," one said with a weird French accent. "Except for the short one. We don't take fun-sized people." Everyone in the group started running. Dave hollered, "Wait for me." Scott said to Dave, "I don't have to run fast, I just have to run faster than you," and laughed as the group tripped into a large crevasse. The blue light and whir were gone, but Danny's bunghole made a strange noise. "Sorry, guys. It must have been those beans, the magical beans." While the group was huddling tight together to stay warm, even though it was 73 degrees outside, they heard a loud crashing sound, branches breaking. Dave screamed. Everyone screamed louder, except Joey, who just smiled and waved at us like it was his birthday. It was a rabbit, but not a cute, fluffy rabbit. It was nearly 6 feet tall, its fur matted and soaked in something dark. It wore a cracked plastic Easter bunny mask over its twitching face, and in its paws, a blood-stained wicker basket full of teeth. Its ears flickered once, and then it lunged. "The Easter Bunny isn't supposed to hunt us," Petey shrieked just before he dropped his guns in the wood, only to lose it forever. "Oh boy," Tab muttered, ducking a flying carrot that buried itself in a tree trunk like a throwing knife. "Still more believable than Bigfoot," Tab said. As they ran, Joey just grinned and waved at the creature like it was Santa. "Hi, bunny buddy." The woods were chaos, shrieks, snapping branches, and Rob's breaking 2 trekking poles in a tree stump just by running past them. Scott tripped over his own scream. Danny hurled his gumbo at the beast. It sizzled, and the bunny growled in a very un-rabbit-like voice. Then, just as the bunny raised a paw over Dave's trembling head, a blinding light came through the trees. A figure stepped forward, robe flowing. A glow surrounding him like moonlight and firelight had a baby. "Leave these fools, bunny beast. Their time has not yet come." It was James Gilliland, the shaman and cosmic gatekeeper of the East Eddy Ranch. He threw a handful of glittering dust into the campfire and it erupted into a tower of rainbow flames. The demonic bunny hissed and vanished into the smoke like a nightmare, lost to the sunrise. "You ate the beans, didn't you?" James asked, looking in Danny's eyes. Danny, "What?" James sighed. A faint snicker echoed through the forest. Whether it was the bunny, the beans, or something else entirely, no one could tell. With a wave of his hand, James Gilliland opened a shining, shimmering path through the trees. "Go, but remember, the forest remembers you. Oh, and don't forget to stop at my gift shop." Petey found his gun. Rob twisted his ankle on a pebble the size of a raisin. Joey smiled and waved goodbye to James. Jesse choked on an oversized chaw he had put in his lip, while Tab performed the Heimlich maneuver to save his life. Scott bought some Kool-Aid at the gift shop for everyone. Dave muttered, "I swear next time I'm bringing pepper spray and a different group of friends." They never found the jackalope, but a week later, someone posted a TikTok from Mount Adams. It showed a 6-foot rabbit doing the Macarena on top of a rock. In the background, Jesse was pushing Scott into a crevasse. As for those magical beans, Danny planted one. 3 days later, Danny had enough magical beans to make a big old pot of chili, which we all later regretted. And now, kids, if you hear giggling in the woods or see a glowing bean on the ground, don't touch it. Or do. And tell the Northwest Curiosity Society we said hi. Yay. Danny was the star of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh my.
Thank you, Mondo. I'm still in your word. Oh my.
Yeah.
Should I put out the fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting a little toasty in here.
It's a little warm.
Although I do like the summer bugs.
I'm thinking to roast some peeps.
Roast some peeps.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Okay, so
Our man in the field, Rob, has a special report.
yeah, it's not really a news-ish story because it is. I got thrown into this. This is supposed to.
I know, but can we just look at the? Let's look at the episode outline.
Okay, let's see. Look,
So
newsflash: Jesse.
Right. Okay, but what
will have an Easter-related news story.
But you agreed to do it.
Technically, it's a news fash.
This is a story.
It's a news fash.
Okay. So a bunch of friends decided to go to sunrise service.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Rob, our
bunch of-
on-the-spot reporter has a special news flash.
A bunch of friends decided to go to a sunrise service at a super fancy church.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This church looks like a European cathedral, and everybody was dressed up at 5 a.m., singing around a huge fire outside, and then they went inside for service. Everyone had candles. The whole service was candlelit before the sun rose. Okay. So there's a guy, he ended up in a row, separated from the rest of his group, surrounded by darkness from everybody else. Everybody was wearing fancy hats and all that for Easter. And then a couple songs in, he heard an odd crackling and sizzling sound coming from his left. The sound guy, who was positioned a few rows back, yelled,
Hold on a second. I have a question. An odd crackling and sizzling sound.
Yep.
Does that not sound odd to people?
That was odd, yeah.
You do the sizzle.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that what a crackling and sizzling sound sounds like?
Something like that.
Well, I apologize for interrupting while you were talking.
Go ahead.
Okay. Then the sound guy was yelling, "Your hair is on fire." The guy panicked and froze, and he couldn't speak. And his friend, he tapped his friend on his shoulder, and the friend realized what was going on, and he patted all the hair out because it was on fire. And the other friend was laughing uncontrollably. So he was useless. I imagine that was probably Scott. He would be useless. Laughing.
I've lit Scott's hair on fire before.
Oh, really? Wow.
True story.
I heard that's what happened to you.
Yeah.
Interrupt us.
Yeah. After the fire was out, they decided to move, and they were getting nasty looks from all the church
But he did actually light my hair on fire.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's another interruptus.
No.
Interruptus. Anyway, that was the story. It happened. It was an actual story that happened to a gentleman. That
Did I miss something?
His hair caught on fire.
I think I missed most of the story.
I think if you stopped interrupting, you would.
So a guy was in church and his hair caught on fire.
Yeah, that was. And
that's your news flash. That's a story.
That's what I'm saying. I told you it was not really a news flash. It was more of a story.
The segment is news flash.
News fash.
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 Typo.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You can't even. It's not even. That's
you know
a
what
fash.
it means. We've done news flashes before.
That was a fash.
So look, am I the only one, Danny? You're with me, right, bro? Look, am I the only one?
I'm not complaining.
Okay.
You're not. Well, Tab's not going to complain. Of course he's not. Danny, was that a news flash?
Okay. The new administration has plans for an extraordinary Holy Week this week.
There we go. That, my friend, is a news flash.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Is it supposed to be creepy though?
Yeah. Was it spontaneous combustion? Is that what they're saying?
No, everybody had candles and his hair caught on fire.
Okay.
Are we still talking about that stupid story, or are you going to do the news flash?
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Let's be nice, Scott.
You should just write. You should just say Scott interrupts this. Whatever.
I thought you said you had a news flash.
I just told you.
I have a news flash.
I'm running out of room here.
Danny has a news flash.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Yeah, so a Victorian cemetery was kind of under fire for holding an Easter egg hunt for 30 children inside of their cemetery.
Where?
Wrexham Cemetery in North Wales, where that community was going to hold an Easter egg hunt in the cemetery, but they are now under fire because of it. So some of those gravestones in that cemetery date back hundreds of years, or 100 years. And organizers thought it would be a great and wonderful idea to have the young people interested in local genealogy come into the cemetery.
Now, see, Rod, that was a news flash.
News fash.
Fash.
Was that me?
Do you have something more, Rob?
You talk. I'm not listening to you.
What? We're gonna lose people.
I think we already did.
I'm sure we probably did after the first.
Jesse didn't show up. Joe didn't show up.
I see why.
Anybody have anything else?
Oh,
we are close to the edge. You have a news flash?
No, I don't want to read that. This one's horrible.
Is it a news flash?
Yeah, but
read it anyway.
No.
You know what we haven't talked about?
Is it worse than the movie, Rob?
What's his name?
Easter egg hunts ends in gunfire. Church deacon killed and 3 others injured.
Yeah.
Was that
That's horrible.
last year?
In Mississippi.
That's horrible.
You guys want to talk about something
that's
not
depressing.
related to Easter?
Yeah, that was.
Do you want to talk about something whimsical?
Yeah, well, not whimsical, but you guys have heard about Aaron Goodwin's wife from Ghost Adventures?
That she paid to have him killed or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she did?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Happened early.
That's
early this
awesome.
year.
No, I mean it's for them, just for that group.
That she got caught. It's awesome.
It's,
okay.
No, not that he.
He's from Oregon, too.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Eugene, right?
Portland, I
What?
think.
I thought.
No,
it
I
was
think it's Eugene.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
would make sense.
Yeah. Apparently, they figured it out. But
Yeah.
I also heard that they're starting the search again for the missing Malaysia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I caught the tail end of that. I didn't catch the whole story.
I think it's been 10 years since the
The
last
missing
search.
Malaysian flight.
Yeah, so we might have to do a follow-up.
So do they have better clues about where it's at?
Allegedly.
Speaking of follow-ups, so do you remember when we did the episode on DB Cooper?
Yes.
And we had that guy call in.
My mind's telling me no.
But my body, my body is telling me yes.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, we had the DB Cooper expert that wrote a book or something.
Yeah.
So I think we were supposed to do a follow-up on that. He gave us
Were
a whole
we?
bunch of stuff to investigate, and we never did.
I thought the people died or something.
I hope he's not listening.
Oh.
To have it
Sorry,
learn that he called
sir.
in. He's like an expert. He's like, hey, I heard you guys are the shit. We're like, yeah.
He's still waiting
He's
for
like,
us.
hey, I'm going to give you some clues. And we're like, cool. I'm writing those clues down.
Cool story, bro. You think he's still waiting for us?
Do you remember what we did after that episode?
Oh, man.
Nothing. We did nothing with those clues.
Nothing? Well,
No.
we'll have to go back and listen to it.
I hope
again.
he's not listening to this episode
Well,
because that would be embarrassing.
I hope anybody who listens to
Statistically.
us planning to go to Preston Castle and have a Preston Castle.
Ione, California.
Yeah, who has that file?
Can I ask a question? Danny?
Ione, California.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
When we did that investigation, right?
Yeah. For
You
Preston?
We did a podcast episode from there.
We did.
Did you use your portable podcast or did we bring the stuff?
The portable.
You had a new mic.
There's pictures on the wall over there with the mics.
Yeah.
Are those yours?
I've never heard that audio.
It's in the thing. It's in the folder.
What folder?
So we need to do that episode.
In the unedited.
Oh, it's unedited?
Yeah.
I know.
So
we're
Wolf
gonna have
Creek.
to do. Let's do an episode on Preston Castle.
Wolf Creek is in there too.
Wolf Creek, the audio on Wolf Creek is horrible.
We did the episode on Preston Castle, but we were going to put maybe we did. Did we put the audio of that podcast in the podcast? Because we had on.
We never did an episode of. We did Preston before we went, but never after.
I'm pretty sure it's in the unedited, along with the video that I made. Remember the video of us driving?
Sounds like more homework.
I see the Wolf Creek, but not. Anyway, anybody have anything else? This was an awesome podcast in our new studio.
We're a little rusty, but
yeah, I mean we haven't podcasted for a year and a half.
It's been a year and a half.
Hey, I've got the biggest surprise of all, guys. It's coming up. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. We have a new outro.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's fab. You're gonna have to listen carefully because this one.
You should pull the words up.
Is amazeballs.
No.
Okay. Anybody got anything else before we go? Signing off.
No.
Nighty night.
Nighty.
Where the willows weep, where secrets hide and the shadows creep. We roam the woods with a lantern glow, chasing tales most fear to know. Into the dark where the secrets sleep, whispers in the pine, shadows on the creek. From Bigfoot's tracks to Rougarou's howl, we chase what others won't speak out loud. Into the dark we go. There's a chill in the wind and a name unspoken, a deal in blood, a mirror broken. Footsteps echo, but no one's there, just stories tangled in the midnight air. Into the dark, onto dark. There's a chill in the wind and a name unspoken, a deal in blood, a mirror broken. Footsteps echo, but no one's there, just stories tangled in the midnight air. Into the dark where the secrets sleep, whispers in the pine, shadows on the creek. From Bigfoot's tracks to Rougarou's howl, we chase what others won't speak out loud. Into the dark we go.
Northwest Curiosity Society. Always watching.
Huh?
Nah.
So as far as our bank account and budget is concerned, $12,000 for that song.
Yeah, nice. So we made up for Tijuana, is what you're saying.
No, that's where
what it cost
we're
us.
more.
Oh,
Speaking of Tijuana, Danny's mom.
all right. Let's have a good night. Thanks, everyone.
So this is the bonus content. Everybody thinks this show is over. Bonus content.
Bonus.
Who we need to look at the interruptus notice.
Oh yeah, tally. Did we get a tally?
Rabble.
Robble.
We do have a tally, and I'm going to give you guys a guess.
Scott.
Oh, the number?
No, just who won it.
Can
Oh,
tell us the numbers.
I think
first.
Danny interrupted
We've
quite a
got
bit.
Mr. Scott.
No names, just the numbers first.
Okay. Well,
No
one
last
person
names.
had 23 in a row.
23.
We had another
Somebody
person-
interrupted 23 times.
and
3.
Wait, we're going to say 24 now. And then we had 2 tied at 3 and another.
Holy cow. That is like.
Wow.
Let me think about this for a minute. I think Danny interrupted quite a bit.
Yeah, but to the tune, like a magnitude of like 4.
If I interrupted 23 times, that's almost as many episodes as we've done. That's a lot.
I'm sorry, what?
That's now 24.
25.
25.
I quit. All right, do I get the trophy? I will take it.
Yes.
I'll
There
take
you
the trophy.
go.
There you go.
There you go,
Thank
buddy.
you, thank you.
Great job. Strong work, buddy. Strong work.
99.
Wait, just right off the bat, you got to warm up to it a little bit.
Nighty night.
In the next episode,
Nighty night.
What
we're going to have
Night night.
the next special is Memorial Day, creepy Memorial Day
No,
weekend.
come on.
Holiday,
Can you
slasher
stop
film
with the holiday
with
creepy?
demons.
Just stop with the holiday creepy stuff.
Zozo.
Just-
And we'll have
Zozo.
we'll have a Ouija board and
No, we will not.
some.
You know we don't mess with those.
Okay, well,
I don't agree.
I guess we'll figure it out next time.
So
then.
we keep the new intro, outro, or the old outro?
Yes.
It's been great. Thank
been
you
great,
all for
yeah.
being here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nighty night.
Nighty night.
Nighty night.
Bye.
Nighty
Deuces.
night.
Bye.